Hello, hello. This is the 29th Test from the Future, an experimental podcast from the year 2221, which we are trying to send back in time as far as possible. My name is Dirk.
My name is Simon.
And we're putting the past in podcast. So as I mentioned, it's the 29th Test from the Future. I'm trying to sound pretty enthusiastic, but we've been recording 28 tests now. As I mentioned, we're trying to send it back to the past, and we don't know if it works. We're trying different technologies every time. Which one are we using now, Simon?
So you say different technologies every time. We've been in a bit of a rut the last few because so many of the things we tried, we haven't yet heard back. So today we're trying low fidelity wave burner, this time set to -20.
Yeah.
Last time we did -19. Let's see if -20 is the successful one.
Yeah, we're running out of creative ideas. In the beginning, we tried many different technologies, I remember, but since we didn't hear back from any of them, and that's exactly the point. So if you're actually somewhere right now hearing this, please let us know, because then we'll know which one of our many different technologies worked. So we're in the year 2221. If you're also in this year, don't bother letting us know.
No, we don't need to know.
But if you're actually in the past, we're super excited to hear from you. So
if you're from last year, we're a little excited. Hey, traveling back in time 1 year is still pretty cool, yeah?
That's
pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. It is good.
Any point before today, yeah? We don't want to know if you're hearing it right now. Well, wait a minute. You know what we mean.
And also, we're trying to go back as far as possible, at least to the early days of the internet, which is kind of late 1900s. If we go back any earlier, we don't think there was enough technology to get this.
Right, both to listen to this in the first place and then to contact us.
So contacting us, how do they do that?
Yep, if you are hearing this, please send an email to michaellasagna5@gmail.com or mikaelazagna5@gmail.com. Same email address, just different pronunciations. And in the subject, put the number 29.
Exactly, 29, that's the number. And you're thinking maybe, so why bother? So what we're planning is we're planning to record a podcast where we discuss our everyday technology, which to us is kind of mundane, but for you, the listener in the past, this can be interesting, excited, maybe creative. So or everyday technology, it's easy for us because it's the stuff around us. For you, it would be pretty futuristic. So that's kind of the idea behind it. Like, we're not talking about this right now because we're testing and we're kind of running out of topics to talk about after 28 episodes. I was thinking actually, we've been talking about the more exceptional stuff. That's some of the things that are pretty excited for us. But what would be a really, really typical everyday technology be for us?
Sure, something we just use all the time, don't even really notice it. It's just part of our everyday lives.
Yeah.
This thing in my eyeball.
The lenses. Yeah. That's a good one.
I mean, because especially as I understand it, things that people put in contact lenses have existed for hundreds of years, maybe even thousands, I'm not sure, but a really long time. Yeah? Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure they didn't have the type in the past. They don't have the type we have now, which is where we get straight up heads-up display.
Yeah.
Information overlay.
To be honest, I had an eye infection not too long ago after I popped over to the rainforests and back. I don't know what happened there, but I had to take them out, and I was totally lost.
Because you didn't have the information that you're used to seeing.
Yes, I use the lenses for everything, for connecting to anybody, for getting all the information that I need.
Did you feel a little bit like when you were a young child? Because obviously little children don't have them, You've got to wait until you're in secondary school before you can have your own lenses all the time. Before then you have training ones, like big glasses that you put on your face or whatever. But so anyway, did you feel like you were a child again?
It was more, I've attended these down-to-earth camps.
Off the grid.
Yeah, exactly. It's especially for, we used to do this every year in the Ethic Commission. We used to have them every year to kind of how is it without technology? And there we also did them without lenses.
So role playing, to pretend you're in the past, like medieval role playing stuff like that.
But to be honest, it was a little bit like that because it's we had to walk from one place to the other. Okay. It's basically, they say how much technology can you do without? So we can focus more on what's important, especially, of course, in the Ethics Commission, we're responsible for a lot of, let's say, non-technology things. And there it makes sense to kind of figure out how is it without technology, but this was exaggerating, of course. We didn't use the teleporters, we didn't use lenses and so on. And then you're just basically worrying about yourself and how you're going to get from A to B, and you're not really focusing on the important things.
So, you say not important, but then if you're focused on just your own continuing to exist, that's quite different from your normal day-to-day life. Is it refreshing or?
It was more stressful.
Oh.
That didn't. Yeah, I wasn't mind. And also after a few years, they stopped because they also cost a lot of money. Because if you can't use a teleporter, you have to transport a bunch of people somewhere. Yeah, that.
I thought it was just like when you're there that you have to walk around. But
no,
just to get to the
place.
place.
It was to get there.
Oh,
yeah, exactly. Of course,
that's taking it a bit far.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was just a waste of tax money. We can do better things with that, especially now.
Sure. I say just, but you go in your garden, take your lens out in your house, go in your garden. Yeah, that's almost like being in a nature retreat.
Yeah. Yes, they say it's quieter on the eye.
Sure.
If you occasionally take them out.
I've heard. So nowadays, everyone just has pink eyes, part of daily life. I've heard in the past, people's eyes, instead of it being pink, it was white.
Yeah. To be honest, a lot of people just need them to be able to see.
Sure.
So it's like the technology evolved so far that.
Right, that's how it started. Yeah, like it was. Regular old-fashioned contact lenses were, helping adjust people's sight that they could see. And the next step was, say someone's retina stopped working. Okay, that doesn't help if you just put a contact lens in front. But if the contact lens itself is beaming stuff directly into your brain, then you've got some stuff going on. You can see even if your eyes don't work anymore. Exactly.
So it's my eyes are still kind of okay, but I think actually walking around too long without lenses, that's actually going to be putting a strain on my.
You're having to focus so much, like changing your focal distance so much, rather than just keeping it fixed on the lenses themselves. Did that hurt your eye muscles? Or
I did get a headache at some point. So
maybe that was the reason.
Could also be the conversations.
Indeed. Not being able to read some other more interesting things while someone talks to you about stuff.
Exactly. Maybe that was it.
Oh wow, yeah. So someone's talking about something you don't know about. You can't just look up what they're talking about, or you couldn't when you didn't have the lenses in your eyes. So, but then, what even happened with that?
Yeah, to be honest, I don't really miss those down-to-earth camps myself,
sure.
And we've at least the Ethics Commission always finds new ways to waste tax money. So.
Indeed, yeah.
But anyway, this would be another topic we would be talking about, probably more than maybe with guests, maybe with more background information.
Yeah, information about the newest models.
Yeah, exactly.
We say it's an established technology. It's been around a few decades, okay, everyone's used to it. But hey, the new fancy model comes out, a little bit thinner, a little bit lighter, a little bit more powerful. Yeah, okay, people are still interested in that kind of stuff.
It's true. And that's the kind of thing we would be talking about. But like for a pilot episode, especially 29, we've almost run out of the exciting things, so we're now the down-to-earth things. If you actually hear this, let us know. Because then we know we can stop experimenting. And then we can actually start recording the proper podcast.
Start our show for real, yeah.
Exactly. So again, if you hear this, email us with the episode number and the...
Number 29 to me. I'm getting mixed up myself here. michaellazenia5@gmail.com.
Exactly. So we'd love to hear from you. And thanks for listening. And see you in 200 years.
Bye-bye.